Hi, I'm filming from my office exceptionally. This is the time of summer that we have to get back to work. And for me, at least, it feels a little bit depressing. I would have so much enjoyed just to continue my vacation and not go back to work. So I have to give myself a little bit of pep talk and make a few decisions for the coming autumn, not spring. I was only hoping the coming spring. But well, the first thing is that, of course, we have to remember why we work. I work to get money, to get by, to afford my house, to afford my kids, to afford be on vacation, to be afford to have a holiday, to live, to have my hobbies. So I really have to work, and most of us really have to work to get by. And maybe this is the best thing that I can do. I have a desk job. I'm a lawyer, entrepreneur, and that's good. There are lots of occupations that are much more tiring and dirty, and you are actually physically tired when you come back from work. And that I have to be grateful that I have a neat desk job that pays, if not tremendously well enough. And the other thing is that who needs you? Does somebody need you? So if I don't go to work one day, or if I would just stop, there would be people missing me. There would be my clients that need help and wouldn't get help, or they wouldn't get it from me, and they like getting it from me. They think that I understand them and I know the best solutions for them. So they are thankful, and I have to be grateful for that. Have you ever thought what would happen if you wouldn't go to work one day? Of course, we are all replaceable, I know that, but at least at the short term, somebody would miss you, wouldn't they? And if you have colleagues, they would miss you, probably. Well, those are things that are pro our work. But of course, you can make it easier to get to work again by other means. I did this vacation. I started to run again. So I got up and running every other morning, and I tried to continue it when I go back to work. It's not easy to find that time, and that's why I try to get it done first thing in the morning. So every other morning I get my sneakers on and run. And why do I think that that helps going back to work? Well, it does. Because the more we exercise, the more we have this kind of good things going on in our body, and it helps our mind. So you don't get depressed so easily, you don't feel defeated so easily, you don't feel tired. And of course, the obvious thing that it makes your lungs produce better things to your body because you have more oxygen. So try to remember exercise and start it before the holiday ends, and it would be easier to carry on when you are working. And we have to avoid the idea that summer is gone, that a vacation is gone, that everything is ending. That's depressing, the thought of everything ending, like life is ending. No, there have been quite many occasions when we have came back from somewhere like this time in Italy, and we plan the next holiday like the next morning or a few days after. So now we have decided that if we have enough money in the autumn, then we go to Greece, Athens, and we have booked already the time slot for it. My husband has that kind of work that he cannot leave during the autumn whenever he wants to. So we have booked a slot there that if everything goes okay, will be 10 days in Athens. But of course, it's not always possible to do that. I understand that, and I'm very fortunate if we can go to Athens like we plan. But plan something else, something small. When do you have the next time days off? When you have even a little bit of break? Maybe go see your relatives or do something that you like. So there is always a good thing if you have something positive coming in the future, believe me. And of course, it's awfully long time for the Christmas holidays or to the next summer. So avoid thinking about those dates because they are so far away. And the last thing that I would do, and I have done, and I would recommend it, is to really try to remember to book time for yourself, for your hobbies, for something that you like. So, of course, we are at work many hours a day, but think when you can do your own stuff. I have made a decision, and I have thought about it quite a long time, maybe even years, that I made my own clothes when I was younger, and I can do that. But I start again. We were in Naples and we went to quite many clothing stores, and I found one dress that cost 200 euros, and it was nice, but it still cost 200 euros, and that is quite much for me. I don't I don't like that. But I would have bought, I don't know, 5 dresses if I had found one, but I didn't find any. So I thought that I would pick it up and start sewing again my own clothes, especially now when you can order fabrics from abroad, from internet, from anywhere. So the selection is endless. So that's something that I do for me, and that I talked with my husband that this is something that I'm going to invest my time in. And he said, just okay, that's fine. But that's something that I want to do, that I need to do. And of course, I continue with this channel, talking with you once a week. So that's something, time for myself, something for my own projects. So I hope these tips make you feel better and make it easier to start working again when the summer holiday is unfortunately over. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.